అందరికీ నమస్కారం. నేను మీ ఫణి కార్తిక్. 'కార్తిక్‌తో కబుర్లు' కార్యక్రమం 19థ్ ఎపిసోడ్‌లో ఉన్నాం మనం. మర్చిపోకండి మీరు కూడా మీ ప్రశ్నల్ని పోస్ట్ చేయొచ్చు. ప్లీజ్ డూ పోస్ట్ యువర్ క్వెషన్స్ ఇన్ ద కామెంట్ సెక్షన్. యునైటెడ్ స్టేట్స్ ఆఫ్ అమెరికాకి వెళ్ళే ఏ భారతీయ సాఫ్ట్‌వేర్ ఎంప్లాయీ అయినా యునైటెడ్ స్టేట్స్ ఆఫ్ అమీర్‌పేట్‌కి వెళ్ళాల్సిందే. ఎందుకంటే అక్కడి నుంచే తన ప్రస్థానం ప్రారంభం అవుతుంది కాబట్టి. 20 ఏళ్లకు పైగా తన ప్రస్థానంతో తనదైన చెరగని ముద్రతో అమీర్‌పేట్‌ని ఏలుతున్న సతీష్ ఎల్లంకి ఈ వారం మన అతిథి. అప్పుడెప్పుడో సి++ విత్ డేటా స్ట్రక్చర్స్ నుంచి ఈ రోజు ట్రెండ్ అవుతున్న మెషిన్ లెర్నింగ్ వరకు ఆయన టీచ్ చేయని సబ్జెక్ట్ అంటూ లేదు. నమస్కారం సతీష్ గారు. ఎలా ఉన్నారు సార్?
Namaskaram, Karthik. I'm very honored to be part of this live chat. Okay.
ఓకే. సో హౌ ఇస్ యువర్ న్యూ నార్మల్?
Yeah, fine. It's going good.
సో అంతా ఆన్లైన్ అయిపోయింది ఇప్పుడు ప్రపంచం అంతా.
Yeah, absolutely, Karthik. I think this will be the next part of the life what human beings have to really bear with.
సతీష్ గారు మన ఇంటర్వ్యూలోకి వెళ్ళే కన్నా ముందు నేను ఐ మైసెల్ఫ్ ఇస్ అ సాఫ్ట్వేర్ ఇంజనీర్. నేను మీ శిష్యుడిని కూడా మీకు తెలుసు. అలానే నా ఫ్రెండ్స్ గానీ, నా ఆఫీస్ కొలీగ్స్ గానీ, అలానే నా పీర్స్ గానీ, ఇండస్ట్రీలో పీర్స్ గానీ చాలా మంది చెప్పగా విన్నాను నేను. సతీష్ ఎల్లంక గారి పుణ్యం ఇదంతా. ఆయన వల్లే మా కెరీర్ సెట్ అయింది. ఆయన వల్లే ఈ రోజు మా 5 ఏళ్ళు మా నోట్లోకి వెళ్తున్నాయి అని చెప్పిన వాళ్ళు ఉన్నారు. ఏమనిపిస్తుంది మీకు?
That's the love and affection of my students, Karthik. Okay. See, I did a very small piece of job. What exactly is my responsibility? Okay. Now, for all the students who give this credit to me, I have to return back the credit to them. Why? Because as a student, they were very sincere sitting in my class and they were ready to listen to me with whatever I say. అంటే నేనేం చెప్తే అది వినడానికి వాళ్ళు రెడీగా ఉన్నారు కాబట్టి నేను చెప్పగలిగాను. అదే వినే శిష్యుడు లేడనుకోండి, ఎంత పెద్ద గురువు అన్నా కూడా ఫెయిల్ అయిపోతాడు. సో వాట్ ఐ ఫండమెంటలీ బిలీవ్ ఈస్ ఇట్ ఈస్ ద గ్రేట్నెస్ ఆఫ్ మై స్టూడెంట్స్ that they have given me a platform where they want to listen to what I said. And majority of the things is ante like you or many other people are there already in the live, and few who couldn't be participating, it is their effort that made them really achieve the goal. And the only thing is I was just putting the path in front of them. So no student in the world is a failure. No child is born to be a failure, but the circumstances can make him get failure. So you accepted me for your success. So you all had great success. So I'm just a part of it, but I'm not the only one basically part of it. Okay. So it's something, it's a collective success, I can say, not exactly my success.
Yeah, that was a humble response from you. But what you're doing is a very great job. Very great job.
But that's a fact, no, Karthik. It's not humbleness, but it's a fact, to be frank enough. Okay. After all the different kinds of teachers you have met in your life, definitely accepting one more teacher after 16 years of your career is really the greatness of you people, not me.
మా అందరికీ మీరు ఒక స్ట్రిక్ట్ గా క్లాస్ తీసుకునే ఒక లెక్చరర్ గాను ఒక సార్ గాను తెలుసు. బట్ మీ ఫ్యామిలీ బ్యాక్గ్రౌండ్ గురించి మాకు తెలియదు. సో దాని గురించి కొంచెం చెప్పండి.
I am basically a son who can proudly say that my father's name is Sri Ramana Rao Garu, and my mother is Jayalakshmi. I think I am really lucky to be part of this world only because of them. Okay, if they are not there, definitely I couldn't have been part of this kind of journey. My father was he was basically part of the defense, and he faced all the 3 wars of India. India has fought whatever 3 wars, he was part of it. And then for the sake of our career, when me and my sister we were born, he thought like he wanted to just come into the civilian's life, and he came. My entire education was from Warangal. I feel very proud to be saying that I am a student of one of the very great school called as Gabriel's, okay, St. Gabriel's of Kazipet. From there my journey started. Today I land in front of you all people only because of my teachers. Okay, my teachers, what they have taught me, the discipline what they have given me, I just carried it. So as you all people regard me in the same way, I have to remember my teachers now, who made me
True,
to
true.
come to this level, and they have made me keep myself in front of you all people. So a very simple family with two childs, where my elder one is now in intermediate and my
Oh,
younger one is in sixth class, fifth exactly. Okay, it's fifth. Sorry. So most probably, I think as like you all people, I'm also a responsible father who's thinking about how I should make my child to get into the next level of his career. So exactly as simple as you all people, Karthik. Nothing too great, nothing too less. Happy with whatever I'm having.
గుడ్ టు నో, గుడ్ టు నో. సో సార్ మీరు ఏం చదువుకున్నారు? దాని గురించి కూడా చెప్పండి మాతో కొంచెం.
I'm a very simple postgraduate with MSc Computer Sciences and MBA. That's it, Karthik. Not anything great.
Okay. So why did you choose teaching as your profession? Like,
No,
even though we say teaching, people will think like being a teacher at school or being a lecturer in college, but you choose a different path even in teaching. So how did all that happen?
no, it's basically like I was part of the industry for some time, and teaching was my passion. To be very straight from my side. Even when I was in my school or college, I used to take the dais multiple number of times on the request of my teachers. So I think I need to thank all those people who gave me a platform and opportunity every time to speak and share myself in front of them. That's one thing I hope many times students like you or somebody who knows about, they'll ask like, when so many number of students are sitting in front of you, don't you feel feared or don't you feel like nervous?
True.
uh, at a point of time where in Amirpet, you know very well because you're my old student. There were situations where where a class used to have more than 1,000 students or 1,500, and we used to speak just like that. So what I really feel is I was always a stage artist also.
Oh,
So, so when I see more number of people, I get more motivated to speak. That's where the things happen basically. So teaching was basically not something like a choice. It was there as a passion from my side. And I used to always share my knowledge even with my friends. And we used to go for great lot of discussions on technology and what exactly we can do, what is going to happen. So that discursive, I think, mechanism has made me take the things in a better way. And I can always say one more thing like, it's all my friends when we sat for discussing anything. It was not okay. We were casual like you all people discussing everything in our life, but more of the time it was uh, in relation to the technology part and how exactly the world is about to go for a change. And we were a team of 5 guys who first really proposed and planned a government information to be on the portal by designing one website for the district of Warangal at that time.
oh,
So we made and at that time, one of the collector was there. He was also an IITian. So he was also having great lot of passion to keep the government information on the public domain, and it should reach the people what government is doing. So we helped him a lot in that particular process. So teaching is something what I always felt like it's a responsible job.
true.
So I was always in the college. I used to be guest lecturer even when I was in my IT side, IT industry. So Saturdays and Sundays was that particular piece of the work I used to do. And I was always involved in teaching some subjects that were looking very hard for many people. Means going into the core of operating systems and making the people understand the theory of automata and technology integrated subjects like how exactly the rule of the memory plays a very vital role in computers by discussing data structures. What is
Correct.
exactly the real identity of object oriented programming? Things have changed a lot, Karthik. Like 10 years back, 15 years back, with what sincerity students used to sit in the class. only having one single focus, like I have to go into the industry like a leader and I have to win the war. That kind of attitude slowly is decreasing, I can say. So things have changed, no doubt. But even then, I find many of my students who sit along with me, they are as passionate as me. So that's really great.
ట్రూ. సో ఒక క్వశ్చన్ ఏంటంటే మీ దగ్గర అందరూ టెక్నాలజీ నేర్చుకుంటారు. మీరు ఎవరి దగ్గర నేర్చుకుంటారు?
Everybody is my guru, Karthik, I can tell you. Why? Because after some amount of time, you are also an experienced person. You know that after some amount of time, we really need not think about how to program. We need to only think about how to understand the problem, analyze, and put it into a proper frame and make it get into the solution. So whenever a technology change takes place, I don't really get bothered like what the technology is about. I only read what will be the influence of this technology in the system and the society and the next generation human beings, their adaptance. I only think on that side. So once I understood like what this technology's influence could be in the next level, then automatically the language I need to really identify, the kind of system I need to really consider will automatically come into the place. So I can definitely say like once upon a time it was discussions through friends and colleagues. We used to share our knowledge and increase the dimensionality of understanding. But today you know that Google is the best guru for everybody. And I always deal myself into that technology by taking myself into consulting to understand exactly what the problem is. So I should thank all the people who give me an opportunity to find a solution for their problem in that area of the technology. So that gives me a kind of opportunity to find the new things and learn the new things. Because when somebody gives hope and faith on me, saying that you have to give me the solution, no, I cannot deny that particular faith.
True.
So that makes me learn once again. So it's a continuous learning, Karthik. There's nothing like you can stop somewhere, because knowledge has no boundaries. So even if you are in your, see, even if I'm in my graveyard one day, the next generation will carry that knowledge as it is. So taking their extensions once again. So that's how the world has been renovating itself for centuries together, millions of years. One person's knowledge has been always carried forward to the next level. So this is a journey that happens.
Correct. So 20 plus years of career, it's not a joke. You should have seen so many ups and downs. Also, like you started off with C++ with data structures, and then Java came up. And again, we had this different types of databases, the data modeling part, be it relational or dimensional. And then again, a bigger database like data warehouse or the business intelligence or whatever. And now we are all talking about cloud computing, AWS, data science, whatnot, everything, IoT, like hell lot of things there.
Yes.
So how do you update yourself?
See, Karthik, wherever you are currently, to that, the next one is an extension. So that's the first thing we should always believe.
True.
So where, see, people are not failing. I can just say like, they are only trying to ignore. So that ignorance is what is going to cost you.
Correct.
There are three aspects. I always feel like there are three professional careers where we should always be updated. One, the doctors can never ever sleep in their particular life. They should be continuous learners, because everything is new. Even though they know the disease previously, its symptoms and strategies could be same, but its effectiveness is not the same thing. It's doing something else.
Correct.
So they have to go on. So I do take my time to attend some workshops. Whenever somebody conducts a workshop, I just make my presence there. And whenever a new technology is about to come into the world, I follow the IEEE papers very regularly.
Oh, okay.
And I'll be following certain kinds of select reports that will be coming in, like Gartner reports, Forrester reports, McKinsey reports. I'll be going on looking into them. That just makes me understand, like with current platform on which I am, what I have to extend so that I can take the next level into my career. With what I'm currently there with, that also I can just make myself. But if I kill my passion of learning something, I cannot really make the other people to learn once again from me. So what I
Perfect.
always strongly believe is a teacher should be the best student always, then he can make another student to be the best. So
True.
as a teacher, I stop learning, then I'm definitely making my students not to learn. So if I have to make my students get ready for the next generation technology and its implementation, then I should be a learner first of all, and I have to experience it. Without
Correct.
experiencing, we can't speak, because this is a
Correct.
work, this is a field of experience and exposure, not just the knowledge.
Correct.
So before I take up any example, before I pick up any problem, I first try to check out where I can fit this first of all, and how this fitting point of my example can make my student think more better, such that once he gets into the industry, he doesn't face any problem and he can do something more better than this. So it's learning, learning, and learning, Karthik. You can't stop it now.
Correct.
Maybe long back, you learned some technology, you survived for 1 or 2 years. But next generation, I'm telling you, today you sleep with your knowledge. Tomorrow, are you ready to get updated for the next one that is about to come? So that's the speed you have to take in your knowledge, definitely in the next levels.
Everything is agile.
Yeah, absolutely, Karthik. It's so mercuric. You have to see, you throw a mercuric ball on the floor, it just diversifies into thousands of pieces. Putting
Correct.
them all together and making it once again look like a single ball is not that easy. So you should know the correct technology and the correct interface and integration also. The reason the industry is always expecting today, you should be a full stack. You have to come
Correct.
with end to end of the solution, not just with one technology.
Correct. So, what do you feel is important? Like attending a course in one of the institutes or practice?
See, Karthik, there are two things here. All the people are not born with the, say, like luck of learning by themselves. So some people are self learners, and that could be only 2% or 3%. And that 2 to 3% people, you'll never find them coming out of their actual career, because they are lifted by the topmost companies from their best colleges where they get in. So we all know about it, but we ignore it. So remaining 95% of the people, they may not be self learners, but they could be people who can have, who can get motivated if they find a correct platform. And that kind of people will be around 15%, I can say. So that's where in my classes also I used to say, like, 20% of the best brains, they always make the 80% to survive. So if
True.
you're that 20%, you don't need to really worry about it, because nobody need to be at the back of you to mentor yourself. And in turn, you are a mentor to other people and you are an influencing factor of other people. But if you're on the other 80% side, then the only thing what I tell is, know first of all where you want to land in your life. And also always consider how much of responsibility you have on your shoulders, first of all, because as Indians, we people are bound to the system of family and responsibilities.
Correct.
So we need to first understand how many number of people are really going to survive because of my survival. Then the fire will start within you to learn. So institutional teaching, I'm not against to it, but you should have the fundamental, say, like, responsibility of finding the correct institute that can really make you go through your targets. Because I really pity when students enter into the Amirpet market, where the course fees could be anything around 2 or 3,000 rupees, but they stay in the hostel and the cost of living is 100 times more than that. You already
True.
know
Very
about
true.
that. So what I say is, how a knowledge that you're trying to gain can be much cheaper than your lifestyle.
Correct.
Your cost of living is 100 times more than what you're trying to take as knowledge. So are you investing your money in the knowledge, or are you investing your money in the luxury? First understand this. So the simple thing is invest your money in knowledge that can give you 1,000 times better luxury than what you're expecting. So we should not fall into the concept of let me enter into an institute where within the least time they can make me wizard. Because see, for a person who is inventing the technology, it has taken minimum 10 years for him. Now the people who are learning the technology, can we be more intelligent than those inventors?
True,
Definitely
very
not.
true.
So, if an inventor has invented a language for 10 years, now is it not really insulting them if you don't spend your time for at least 10 months to learn the technology? So, in turn, you cannot insult them. But once you learn any technology with the least time, you got the least experience, you got the least exposure, and you can put your effort in least practicality. So, after becoming an engineer, can I say that you cannot really add two numbers? That's wrong. Okay. But when we learn a program in any language for adding two numbers, why we are not looking into the fact that to add two numbers when a 30 rupees calculator is available in the market, why I am trying to put my effort by writing 30 lines of code? So the
Correct.
essentiality of the programming is more important to learn rather than learning a program like a syntax. So what I say is always do try to check which is the best place where you can always find a career for next 30 years. That is very important rather than just going behind everybody as you go. So like I've seen many times, five friends enter into the market and one friend enters into which particular place, all four will go there. And I've seen many number of students who struggle themselves for 6 months. So like they struggle just for 45 days or 2 months to learn a course, and they sit in their hostels and they struggle to get their job for another 1 year. Now, why don't you try to keep your same time in reverse way? Try to learn a technology for 10 months and get your job in 1 month and stay in the job for 10 years.
Perfect.
So the fact of thinking should change, Karthik. Student mindset has to change. You can't make all your 4 years of your blunders, what you have done in your colleges, to get wonders in 4 months. At
True.
least we have to spend some time for it. So knowledge is directly proportional to the time what you spend rather than the money what you spend.
పర్ఫెక్ట్ పర్ఫెక్ట్ పర్ఫెక్ట్. అలానే మీ మీద ఒక అపవాదు కూడా ఉంది. ఏంటంటే
చెప్పండి.
యాక్చువల్ గా షెడ్యూల్ లో కోర్స్ టైం 45 డేస్ ఉంటది లేదా 30 డేస్ ఉంటది. కానీ సతీష్ గారు దాన్ని 75 to 90 డేస్ మధ్యన చెప్తారు అని చెప్పి దానికి సంతోషపడే వాళ్ళు ఉన్నారు. అట్ ద సేమ్ టైం అలా అపవాదు వేసే వాళ్ళు కూడా ఉన్నారు. వీళ్ళకి మీరేం చెప్తారు?
Okay, currently I'm managing my own system, but previously when I was working with other people, I used to always tell the management, please don't tell this lie to the students. At least when you're sending them to my class, you tell them directly that if you join Satish Ellanki's class, it will definitely take 4 months. You say that. Now, what the management says is, sir, if we say that, nobody will join. Sir, I'm happy teaching even one student who is sitting in front of me to make his 10 years career rather than 1,000 students sitting in my class where once again 10 people are getting into the career. So the ratio of success is always the same, but we are counting it on the quantity. So one thing I can tell you, Karthik, in this, as you said, yes, I also know that this kind of say like discussion is there among the students, but we can't really go back out of it. Why? Because there are many number of students who come with very critical economical crunch to stay in Hyderabad. So what they think is, I have to do everything in 30 days or 45 days and I have to make myself, which basically may happen out of 100 students. For only 10 people that could be really possible, but the remaining 90 are always a failure.
True.
But the problem is we cannot speak about this failure with our parents. We can speak about this failure with our friends only. And we need to manage the remaining part of the time continuously by telling something as a reason to the parents why you're not getting into the job.
Correct.
But I've seen many number of students, Karthik, who have done their courses very fast. They didn't find their place. They come back and join in my sessions once again. And they've always been saying like, sir, I could have really been with you 2 months back itself. I could have saved my 2 months time now. So I was always kept one principle, Karthik. My principle is, don't send a failure with another failure once again. Because if you are not a failure, then I think you could have never been entering into Amirpet market.
Perfect.
The day you entered into the junctions of Maitrivanam, you have done some mistake in your life. I don't say like this mistake can kill anybody, but it can kill your career. Now, what may be the influence of this mistake? I don't speak. Why? Because human being is born to do mistakes, but somewhere you have to correct it.
Correct.
And mistakes can be, if a mistake is personal, it's not a problem. But a mistake is professional. You're not killing yourself, you're killing the people who are depending on you. You get married, you are really trying to deny the kind of expectations what your wife has. You had children, you're trying to really go out of your responsibilities, the kind of luxurious life what you should give them. For all this, the only solution is what? Keep yourself professionalistic, disciplined, principle oriented, and learn what you have to learn. Definitely. Why? Because you're not a person who has to go and just work with your legs and hands. All IT engineers should first realize that their fingers can dance on the keyboard to the tune of the music that is expected only when their mind is properly integrated with instructions.
Perfect.
So, what my mind says, I have to keep it on my keyboard. What I type on my keyboard is not going to be the solution. So when I don't put my mind to really understand my problem itself, and I don't spend my time properly to catch the problem, then where I can give the solution? This is where I think the whole IT industry in last 20 years has really exploited the best of the engineers who came out of their colleges, keeping them into service sector. Are we not really getting worried today where the world is going towards product and we are just killing ourselves only in the service?
Correct.
Where the service and support sector of India is the most costliest in the world today, and industries are not ready to come up with it. Now, the same industries which have been putting all these engineers into a support and service and maintenance projects, they are saying that like a magic wand, by tomorrow you should get ready for thinking in high level data structures, your problem understanding, solution, analytics, and all such kind of stuff. Where is the mistake? See, mistake is not with the industry. Why? Because industry is business. Mistake is with you because you never understood the selfishness of the businessman. So it's only the time that can save you. It's the time what you invest can make you get the money once again. Invest it properly. So I never repented, Karthik, when somebody commented like, oh, they said it's only 45 days class, but you are making it 46th day. I used to tell him, you were in a contract of 45 days. Now you leave the class in 45 days. Your contract is completed, no? You never expected your knowledge to be 46th day knowledge. You expected that you want 45 days knowledge. We have already delivered it. So take that and try once in your life whether you can survive or not. Else come back for another 45 days. What is there?
Correct.
So no regrets, Karthik, in this construct. But no doubt, I feel always bad. Maybe sometimes I was unable to serve the students who are poor, who come with low economics, and they cannot stay in Hyderabad for more number of days. But what I always feel is, when 16 years of your knowledge was unable to get you a job, how you can think that staying in Amirpet classes for 45 days, you can get a wonderful life? So
Perfect.
are we fooling you or you are getting fooled? Student has to think about it.
Correct.
Because businessman is always born to fool the people. Now, being a client or customer, it is your responsibility and right not to get fooled. So you could have demanded better, no?
కరెక్ట్. యాక్చువల్ గా ఈ క్వశ్చన్ చాలా మంది దగ్గర నేను విన్నాను, అందుకే నేను అడిగాను వాళ్ళ వాయిస్ తరపున, ఎందుకంటే ఐ వాంట్ టు గెట్ దిస్ క్లియర్డ్.
లేదు కార్తిక్, నేను కూడా వినేవాడిని. అంటే నా మీద ప్రేమ ఉన్న స్టూడెంట్స్, అంటే ద స్టూడెంట్స్ హు లవ్ మీ ఎ లాట్, they always used to tell me only one thing: sir, why don't you try to make a separate package in your teaching, saying that one kind of class is, say, like 6 months, the other class is only 1 month. So you will find the whole lot of Amirpet students will sit in your class. I said like, no, I don't need, because what is the use of having 10,000 army where only 10 people can fight and the remaining 9,000 will fail?
Correct.
I can't win the war. Now, when I'm promising the student that I will keep you in your career and I can make you have your life for next 40 years or 30 years very effectively. Now, don't you think that I'm really backstabbing them when I say that I will teach you in 30 days? My consciousness
Correct.
cannot really keep me in my comfort zone.
Correct. Perfect.
So, at least the teacher should be very sincere in the world, I hope, so, if not anybody.
True.
Because a teacher is not true to his student, is not only killing the life of the student, is killing on generation.
Correct.
Is killing on
Perfect.
generation. So I
Correct.
don't
Very
think
well said.
with the principles what my parents gave me, I can't do this. And I never forget that I'm the son of one proud soldier, where he has served my nation for 3 very toughest wars. My father has seen the front, select front, and he has been in front of those select enemy bullets, and he came back. So I think he gave me only one principle. He saved the nation in one way. I am saving the nation in another way. That's it.
Wonderful. Wonderful. సో కమింగ్ బ్యాక్ టు సాఫ్ట్వేర్ ఇండస్ట్రీ, ప్రపంచంలో ఏం జరిగినా కూడా బీట్ రెసిషన్ ఆర్ బీట్ ద రీసెంట్ కరోనా పాండమిక్ వాట్ ఎవర్, ద ఫస్ట్ హిట్ ఇండస్ట్రీ ఇస్ సాఫ్ట్వేర్. ఎందుకంటారు?
Yes. Simple, Karthik. See, technology is driving your lifestyle. So why software industry gets affected is one simple thing. See, I'll tell you one very interesting figure. Even in the top Western and European countries, a businessman's investment in the IT is just 2% of his actual revenue. With 2% of the revenue of his business, if really IT can do such a great lot of wonder and we people are taking millions of dollars out of it, imagine if the same businessman, when he's really wealthy enough and he wants something new, better, easy, and going nearest to his customer, if he adds another 10% of the money into the IT, you just imagine the lifestyle of IT people, how it can change.
Correct. Tremendous.
The face of the IT people has really changed everybody's lifestyle. I'll tell you one simple thing. People say that it is because of the real estate boom the people are surviving. No, it is because of the boom of IT the real estate has survived. If my IT people have never come forward to take the bank loans, and if they are not ready to pay the EMIs for the sake of the flats or anything you are selling, where the hell you can sell this? So the recognition is because of technology.
Correct.
So the day the technology slows down, everything will slow down. The day when the business slows down, the technology slows down, because a businessman doesn't want to invest anything in the technology until his business can show him return of investment of anything that is added. So IT gets hit because today the civil engineering depends for its automation by 80% of the programming, what they do, sitting and doing those designs. Once upon a time, we used to have people who are called as draftsmen, who has to keep a big sheet of paper on the drawing board with that largest, biggest select drafter that is available, taking their pencils into their hands. They can give one design in 2 to 3 months. But today my computer can give that same design for a 40 floors building in less than 8 to 10 hours. So we are making the world to run. In turn, we are running. So this rat race cannot stop now, because we have made the people to keep in a vicious cycle of running. So businessman wants things faster, and IT people can do it much faster than what they're expecting. In this cycle, when business slows down, it's basically the IT that slows down. So in order to see that this is not happening, what we should do, IT people should have the focus of predicting anything that can happen in next 10 years and make the world get ready to see that they are not facing that failure. So the next goal of the IT is just the same. People speak of big data. Let us not speak on definitions of anything like big data. What is it? The data science, what it is. I'll give you one simple point. I'll close this. The next part of the IT is to give any solution that is never going to fail.
Perfect.
So we want a world of fail-safe architecture. I am about to get a heart attack in next 1 hour. I don't want to get that. So you find me a device that can tell my doctor that in next few minutes so and so patient in so and so location of the latitude and longitude of the earth is about to face the heart attack. Lift him off at least 1 hour before to the hospital, save him. So we don't want failure at any level. So can we build this fail-safe architecture? That's what's the biggest challenge today. So I've seen all the three recessions started. The first recession I've seen, which was basically millennium year 2000 bug.
Y2K.
After that, I've seen the, yes, absolutely. And I've seen people saying that after 2000 jobs will be gone, this, that, and everything. All rumors I've heard about it, but I've seen that after year 2000 only, really the people flourished with more technology, more better lifestyle, and they really went into a different kind of world, what is not expected. And I've always seen people speaking of recession once again around 2004, 2005, when the Twin Towers were blasted in US. And technically, that never really made any kind of recession. I've never seen people really suffering with recession. See, every recession is a correction. That is what I believe. So are we understanding the recession, or are we trying to get ready for correction? You find the positive side of correction, you never feel the recession. You think about recession, you cannot get yourself corrected. So what I say is, make yourself into the corrective zone such that recession can never hit you. The economical crisis of US, they said like it is going to make the people to suffer. No, definitely we came out of it once again. People who are not ready to change themselves and get ready to learn something new, they always suffer. Now that is your own personal failure. Don't put it on to recession anymore. So next part of the world is also a wonderful transformation world. But the challenge is, what you are trying to do something for 5 years, can you do it in 5 months? That's what the world is going to ask you. The speed is what they're expecting. So are you really having that stuff to think with the speed what the world is really expecting from you? Yes, then you are going to be one of the best person with the best richness in your life in the next few years.
వండర్ఫుల్ రిప్లై. మనం చూస్తుంటాం ఐటీ ఇండస్ట్రీలో ఎవరు కాదన్నా అవునన్నా మినిమం 25-30% ఫేక్ పెట్టుకుని వచ్చే వాళ్ళు ఉంటారు. మిగతా వాళ్ళు క్యాంపస్ ప్లేస్మెంట్స్ ద్వారా లేదా ఇంటర్వ్యూస్ అటెండ్ అయ్యి వస్తుంటారు. సో ఇలా ఫేక్ పెట్టి వచ్చే వాళ్ళకి మీరేం చెప్తారు?
నేను సజెషన్ కంటే ముందు ఒక సిచ్యుయేషన్ నీకు ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్ చేస్తాను. Let me explain one situation. Okay.
Sure. Please go ahead.
I do go for corporate training for many number of industries. Okay. I don't reveal the name of the industries because it's not good in public domain. So when I take my training and I basically in a leisure time while we are in the lunch or something in the evening, mostly these all trainees are IITians, and they are from the best of the best institutions where they have come out. And technically, I train for some of the top MNCs where they only recruit these kind of stuff. So when technically one day when we were in the lunch, I really said like, sir, when you are taking somebody in your organization who is coming with experience, how you come to know that is really experienced or not? Because I know what is the status outside. So I was having craziness to know how these people will find who is fake. And they said, like, Satish, what is there in the resume? It's basically true. We just call them and we just try to take the interview, and then we finalize he's having good knowledge or not. Okay, so knowledge is okay. What about experience? Then he said, like, what do you mean? I said, like, if he's not experienced, what will do? And he said, like, no, how it can happen? He's having all the certificates and everything. Then I told him, sir, a 2,500 rupees multicolor Canon printer can give any experience what you want. You come, I'll show you. They were shocked. They said, like, Satish, we can't believe it. And we had a meeting with HR department immediately on the same day. They said, like, no, this person who's well known to us is saying that something is happening like this. Did we really anytime backtrack the process? And the HR said, like, sir, this cannot happen. So what I tell the people who are keeping fake is not a problem. Because even in the best of the best countries like US, it happens. You know very well, Karthik, in US, you just pass your graduation and you're about to come to the job, your consultant will say that I'll keep 5 years experience for you. But the issue is, there they believe that this person's knowledge and experience is really suitable for 5 years. They test you and they take you. And if the industry believes you in that way, because the consultant never does the mistake, that's what they believe. Now, what I say is, okay, because of some fundamental problems in your life, you really had a gap, you had some issue, no doubt about it. But when you're keeping fake, I think you should be really responsible to at least prove that you're not a fake when you're getting into your project. So the problem with these people who keep fake and they enter into the industry is they just want to turn all their time, what they wasted, into a golden period within the shortest time. That's the mistake they are doing, Karthik. So what I say is, you are keeping 3 years experience. Now, why you don't have patience to at least spend your time in the institutions for at least 10 to 12 months to cover your 3 years of experience? Can't you invest 1 year of your time? You don't do that, and you do all the other odd things. Getting into the system, you are unable to work there, and you have to manage the people, take the insulting in your team, and you bear it. You come and cry in your house once again. You can't tell anybody. Why this life? Spend your time to learn your technology, gentlemen. What you are unable to learn at the age of 20, at least you can learn that in a very better way when you're at the age of 23, because your maturity has increased. You don't try
Correct.
it. When you don't try it, why you blame the other people? Sorry, because these people who are keeping fake, I don't try to say like comment on them, but the only thing I say is, don't fall prey with your negligence, continuing that again and again, and make it become a big mistake. See, when your mistake is small, you can correct it. When your mistake becomes big, you can't correct it because it has become a blunder. Blunders cannot be corrected. So keeping fake is not bad, but getting in the industry with that fake experience as fake exposure is bad. Your experience can be fake on the paper, but your experience should not be fake when you're working. So
Correct.
don't get exposed as a fake experienced person. So learn properly, come properly. I've seen many number of students who used to come and tell me, sir, I really kept fake experience and I went. My project manager also knows about it, but I was really saved because of my work culture and the methodology what I have done. So all the fake people are not coming outside, but majority come out because they cannot handle themselves in the project. So you can't blame. You are always expecting an entry into the system. You never expected stay. So how you can stay in the industry? Think about it. Don't think about how to enter into it.
కరెక్ట్. సో మార్కెట్‌లో డేటా సైన్స్, ఆర్టిఫిషియల్ ఇంటెలిజెన్స్ అలానే మెషిన్ లెర్నింగ్, ఇంటర్నెట్ ఆఫ్ థింగ్స్ చాలా 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 టెక్నాలజీస్, డిస్రప్టివ్ టెక్నాలజీస్ ట్రెండ్ అవుతున్నాయి. సో హౌ టు లెవరేజ్ దెమ్
Yes.
అకార్డింగ్ టు యూ?
One thing I'll tell you, Karthik. First, we have to divide the entire process into 3 levels. One, you are a student coming out of the college, what you should learn. You are a person who has already been into your career with minimum 5 years experience, what you should update. You're above 5 years or 10 years, what you should give to the industry. These are the 3 things. So what is happening in this, I'll tell you, because of the false propaganda of the media. I don't say it's false propaganda, improper projection of the information by media. See, media takes a big article in the center spread of the page saying that it is only the life of machine learning and artificial intelligence that can make you survive in the next part of the world. Okay, a very good article, biggest article given by one of the best experts. I don't deny that, because the journalist who is giving that article is fundamentally not having any knowledge about the technology part. So he could be listening to something in the market and he has gone and talked to somebody who he felt that he can give him information. Now, what I am saying is, when you're talking about the technology and the way it revolutionizes the world, why you're not speaking about this technology should be learned by whom, at which level, in which way? Rather than keeping one big article in the front page saying that in next 5 years, 1 million jobs are there. You're not trying to tell in the same construct to bag those 1 million jobs, how the people have to prepare. So
Correct.
we are speaking on the figures. We are not speaking on the responsibilities. So taking this article, what happens, I'll tell you my own personal experience. I'll tell you, somebody's father calls me one day and he says like, sir, my son has completed engineering and he want to become an artificial intelligence expert. And I say like, sir, what is your son's actual academic qualification? Sir, he's basically engineering with mechanical. Now mechanical engineering student who doesn't really has any knowledge about the IT, how he can really become an artificial intelligence expert by joining any institution? Okay, I don't really blame the father, because Indian fathers are always crazy to make their children to achieve what they want rather than what the child needs.
Correct.
So in this particular process, you got some article, maybe your friend has told you, saying that next is artificial intelligence. For the betterment of your child, you have really requested me. But you should also think like, if your child is a mechanical engineering graduate, in which way if he starts proceeding to learn IT, how much time it will take for him to become an artificial intelligence expert? This is very important. So all the people are learning all the technologies in their way. Say like I've seen 10 plus years person joins big data, 5 plus years person also joins big data, and a fresh graduate out of the college also joins big data. If all three of you people at three different levels in your career are learning big data, then who is going to implement it? So learning big data by a fresh graduate is not bad, but what he has to learn, the way he has to learn, he should know. You cannot go and sit in a class where hundreds of people who are basically having 4 5 years of experience are learning big data. You sit along with them in the same mindset and you want to learn it. It looks like a rocket science for you.
Correct.
And somebody is promising you, you learn big data, you will get a job with 15 lakhs, 20 lakhs. Now you're believing the figures. Don't believe the figures. First, believe the right and responsibility with which you should learn the technology. Every good technology is good, Karthik. No doubt, I'm telling you, if the things are going good, the world needs more than 20 million software engineers only for 1 year of their requirement, in which more than 4 to 5 million are essential only for US. The statistics are saying that in this requirement that is about to arise in the world, 4% to 5% of the requirement only we can fulfill. But we are just crazy that let me learn this technology, but we are not trying to look into the way we have to learn the technology. So we have to differentiate ourselves now. I'm a computer science graduate. The way I should learn big data, the way I should learn my data science, the way I should learn my analytics, the way I should learn my artificial intelligence or machine learning. I am an electronics graduate. The way I should get into the industry for big data, data science, analytics, and everything. So whatever technologies you mentioned, Karthik, they will do wonders in the coming days. But if the learning process and the methodology is not adapted properly, everybody will be a failure. So
True.
rather than feeling that I am a failure after learning the technology, a small piece of time you can spend to understand what you need and talk to people. See, they can speak with people like you. They should have patience to speak with people like me. They should have patience to speak with people who are already working in the industry for last 10 years to 15 years. Sit with them, talk to them. I'm so and so. The problem is ego. The first thing I feel is, if I ask somebody about my career, now I'm getting insulted. No, to gain the knowledge, you have to catch the persons who can really tell you how the knowledge can be gained. So don't follow the newspaper articles. Don't follow any information in Google. We will just sit and type like next 20 different technologies for 2021. Now, if Google says that these are the 20 different technologies you should learn from 2021, now how you can think that these technologies will be really too good for 2022? So don't go like that. Take any technology which you feel that you can really achieve it and spend the time properly in learning, understanding, putting it into practice and practicality with only problem solution approach. Because the world only needs solution providers in next few years.
కరెక్ట్. మీ దగ్గరికి చాలా మంది వర్కింగ్ ప్రొఫెషనల్స్ కూడా వస్తుంటారు కోర్స్ జాయిన్
Yes.
అవటానికి. బట్ ఐ సీ లాట్ ఆఫ్ దెమ్ స్ట్రగ్లింగ్ బిట్వీన్ ద ఆఫీస్ వర్క్ అండ్ ద కోర్స్. సో వాట్ ఈస్ యువర్ సే టు దెమ్?
One thing, Karthik, I always, when I was taking physical classes, I used to always divide my classes into two segments. One, the classes before 10 o'clock, and my classes after 6 o'clock in the evening. So when any students used to come to me also, I used to tell them, I feel like he's looking like a passionate learner, I used to tell them, you better join a batch in my early morning or late evening, where working professionals will be there. You'll try to understand, after struggling a lot in their life for 4-5 years, why they once again come and sit in the chair as a student along with you people. So no doubt when it was a classroom like teaching, there was a trouble. Definitely majority of the working professionals always used to have a complaint like, sir, we were unable to balance our time basically with respect to the criteria of the classes that are happening. But after that, I most probably, I think, Karthik, 1.5 year, 2 years back, I made my classes both classroom and online at the same time. So with that, I started making the things almost all get resolved, where they can come and attend the classes whenever they feel physically it's possible. Else, we will keep them into the online class, and the video that has been, the class is live recorded once again. And after the class, we will upload that particular video into their Google Drives, and we'll see that that is available for them as it is for at least a span of 8 months to 1 year down the line. So I think the problem is now solved. And because of this pandemic, now 100% I'm online. So I don't think there's any problem that's fundamentally arising. But one thing, Karthik, people who are really working professionals, what I want to tell them is, see, something is really disturbing you with the current profession and the way you are in the current profession. You want to make it better. So what I say is, please leverage your time such that you can see the better wonders in your life. That is only a time, that is only a time of 3-4 months for you. Now sometimes people say like, sir, I'm so much experienced, and now once again listening to all these lectures for 2-3 months of time or 4 months and then putting into practice. And I say like, see, your 4 years experience, Karthik, your responsibility in the industry is not to do the project but even to guide your juniors. When you yourself is not having clarity of what you have to do in the next level, how you can really guide your juniors? That's first
True,
thing.
true.
Second thing, what happens? It's not hypocrisy, it's a fact, I'll tell you. A senior is always a person who has some kind of attitude that what I cannot do, let me give it to my junior. Now, when the things are not happening, we start bouncing on them, we start shouting on them. So these are certain things you already know which are happening in the industry. And we know very well the project meetings, how they go on, how the people shout at one another, blaming the responsibilities from one level to another level, shooting around the bush. So these all things, at least when you are confident in your whole project, you're a team of 10 members and you are seriously confident about end to end, at least you're leading the team not to have these kind of select disturbances. So you want to be a leader or you want to be a follower? That's a simple question you need to ask yourself. I want to be a leader, then let me know everything. I want to be a
Correct.
follower, let me not know anything.
Perfect. So, according to you, what is the perfect approach that a software engineer should undergo to have a stable career on a long run?
Simple, Karthik. You should start with one very good language that can make you understand the principles of programming in the best way. Even today, you ask me, I always try to tell my students also many times when they meet, saying that when they ask me like, sir, even today you feel which particular technology you feel passionate to teach. I always loved teaching my C language only. But because of the responsibility and the approach, I have to get on with the new technologies. But today, whatever I speak, that's only because of the foundation that came through that language, understanding my computer's internals or externals, whatever it is. So for everybody, what I say is, you want to see a long-standing career in your life, be thorough with a language like C, which teaches you the principles of programming first of all. Programming is different, principles of programming is different. Programming anybody can do by going through the syntax, keeping the commas, semicolons, and single quotes or double quotes. But principles of programming can make you work with any domain, any technology, whatever it may be in the near future. because you know how to put the dots and connect them very properly because of that language. So learn that language in the way it has to be learned with principles of programming. Then understand definitely the principles of operating system. When we say operating system, what people think is, let me learn Linux. I'm not talking about a brand of operating system you should know. I'm talking about every brand of operating system, what it does internally in your computer. Try to understand that. That's very important. You don't need to be an expert in that. You should at least have a knowledge like what is exactly happening when I'm making my programmatical instruction to be faster, and where the cache memory management is done, how it is done. You don't need to write program for cache memory. Somebody who is more better than you, he will write. But if you don't understand how that influences your technology and your application, you will be a failure not to use that feature that is available. So
Correct.
features that are existing in the technology, at least if I cannot understand, how best I can do my programming. So start with you should have great patience first of all. You can't keep 10 technologies in front of you and say that I will just make myself complete all these things. No. Start with a language that is very comfortable to you. Today, you find people who are crazy about language like Python. Now, I ask everybody why you want to learn Python. There are two answers I'll get. One answer I'll get is it's a trending language. The second answer I'll get is it is easy. Now, you're really happy because of it is easy, or you're really happy because it's trending. First decide that. Now, I'm happy about it is easy. If Python is easy, why you're feeling happy? No, it's the Python inventors who should feel happy. What you can develop out of that Python that can make the next client whom you're going to target, that will be easy. You should think about it. How you can give easiness
Correct.
to your client, you should think about it. Rather than you're more worried and happy that it's an easy language. When you have designed your psychology in such a way that if it is easy, I will do it, then definitely I think you cannot do anything better when it comes to the criticality. So everybody should have knowledge about a good programming language which is structured and modular. They should have the knowledge of object-oriented analysis and design. Everybody who wants to come and survive in this industry should be very strong with the principles of data structures, and they should be very clear with the internal principles of operating system and networking. They should have the knowledge of at least one database very effectively and perfectly with RDBMS principles. That's enough. That will make you survive for your next 30 years, whatever may be the technology that will come. Trust me, you will be the leader, you will be leading always. You neglect all these things and you jumpstart directly by saying that I won't learn data warehouse. You can learn, but you cannot survive. Because the story of data warehouse begins where your database actually ends.
Correct.
Your story of your database actually begins where your file system and file programming is ending. So you're not aware of what is happening in the files. What best you can do in your databases after a span of 5 6. See, Karthik, the problem I'll tell you. We are thinking of getting a job. You got your job. You're thinking of getting married. You got married. You're thinking of having children. You had children. Now, after your children are coming to the responsibility, you're thinking like what I should do in my job once again. Now you went back. So what I say is, all these things will happen in your life. You don't worry. But what I say is, as these things are increasing in your responsibility, you don't go back of thinking what is the job you should do. You should only think of what best I can do in my job.
Correct.
For that, your first level time, what you spend to learn these technologies is very important. And later we blame, my industry did not give me an opportunity. I told you, no industry will give you an opportunity to utilize your brain to the intelligence of what you need when you are in the service and support sectors. And India definitely is not a product-based industry. So I have to think in product and solution approach. Then I can make my life really sustainable. For that, your first level learning of technologies plays a very vital role, Karthik.
True. సో సాఫ్ట్వేర్ గురించి చాలా చాలా మాట్లాడుకున్నాం సార్. ఇప్పుడు జస్ట్ చిల్ అవుదాం. సో మీరు ఎప్పుడు ట్రైనింగ్స్ అని యు ఆర్ సరౌండెడ్ బై స్టూడెంట్స్ రౌండ్ ద క్లాక్. సో హౌ డు యూ చిల్
Yes.
అవుట్? How do you chill out in your personal life?
This is one of the very common question I'll have from many of the students, Karthik. See, I don't say like I'm not a person who really entertain myself, but I keep my entertainment in such a way that it associates with my professionalism always. Like I tell you one simple thing, I have a great habit of I will be working on my system. On the other side, I'll keep my news channel to be continuously working on the other side. I want to hear music, I'll hear my music. But because I'm hearing music, I don't stop my particular work. I'll start looking into, say like I'll watch movies, but I'm not a great movie watcher. Okay, yearly maybe I'll be watching 2 or 3 movies. Along with my children, I do watch. So these things are always there, Karthik. So chilling out, what I feel is uh, where you feel that you can have the greatest happiness. In that, when you're spending your time, you really don't feel that you're losing anything in your life. So the
Perfect.
first thing that's energetic for me is my life basically starts in the morning 4 o'clock. You whatever may be the scenario, by 3:30 I'll make myself awake. My 4 o'clock my alarm starts ringing. Before that I'm always awake, and within 4:30 I'm off with all my requirements, and I just sit for myself in front of my system, utilizing that time to gain my knowledge. And 5:30 my first session starts with the big data guys, and from there it continues and goes on moving up to evening 8:30 or 9. In this particular process, I'll take every batch. When like one batch is completed, by the next time the next batch starts, I make myself very comfortable within that 5 or 10 minutes, speaking with my people, talking to them, chilling out, and I'll come back once again. So what I feel, Karthik, entertainment also is with different perspectives by different people.
True, true,
So I
very true.
feel that my entertainment is part of my professionalism, and I really feel great. I have a family that supports me a lot in this. So they adjust according to my schedules. They adjust according to my requirements. So it's everybody's support, Karthik. And the biggest energy is having in my mind a thought that today I have to speak with all my students at the end of the day who are around 400 or 500. That never makes me sleep. So that's my great energy.
Wonderful,
So,
wonderful.
so it's happening, Karthik, most probably because of all you people. That's it.
Okay. So tell me three habits you have.
Getting up early in the morning, Karthik.
Good. Very
That's
good.
really something I got as a habit from my father. He never forced me anytime. My father never forced me anytime that I have to get up early in the morning. But he made me realize that the more earlier you get in your life from your bed, the more you can do on that day. So what I believe is 24 hours is for everybody. But how you can make it 25th hour? When your friend is about to get up at 5 o'clock and he is able to do some work, you get up at 4 o'clock. You had one extra hour in your life. That's it. So, staying on the earth, you cannot get in any extra hour in your life. But by getting up 1 hour before than anybody in the world, you can do definitely 1 hour more work than somebody else. Keep that formula in your mind always. And I'm the last to get into the bed always. My family members and everybody, they'll get into their beds by 9, 9:30 or 10. But I will get into my bed only when I think that I have done my work for that day. So I'll give myself very clear like what I have to do. Time to time I'll make up myself. I have a clear planning, like this Sunday what I have to do, I'll plan it before 1 week or at least 15 days before, and maximum I'll see that I'm into it. So in between, if any personal requirement comes, what you'll do, I'll balance everything. I'll try to reschedule myself in such a way that doing I'm not really losing that what I have to do on that day. So this is thing I really make up. Now, no doubt, some people say like this kind of say like schedule with you is looking difficult for us. But I say like, see, you need anything from me, you just tell me in advance so that I can really serve you. Is really an urgency. I'm not saying that I'm not going to come, but there are many things in your life which you can always plan and you can do it. There are only two things: your sudden illness and your sudden death are the two things you can't do knowingly.
Perfect.
Those two things. definitely I will attend if the need arises. But anywhere, if I feel that my presence, if it is not there, then that work can happen. I'll endorse somebody and I'll say that it is done. That's it. So it is a strict discipline what I achieved from my parents, I can say. Even if I'm sleeping at 1 o'clock in the night, Karthik, I'll wake up at 4 o'clock.
Oh,
And I'll never sleep once again for the whole day. So what I feel is the more you are wake up, the more the work you can do. So keep yourself always awake and wake. That's it. That will make you lead your life.
గుడ్. సో మనం ఈ కార్యక్రమం మొదట్లో చెప్పుకున్నట్లు ఆడియన్స్ కూడా క్వశ్చన్స్ అడిగే ఛాన్స్ ఇచ్చాను నేను. ఒకటి రెండు చూద్దాం సార్ అందులో.
Sure.
సో రాజ్ షెప్ రాస్తున్నారు, హాయ్ సార్, నవ్ ఐఎమ్ వర్కింగ్ యాజ్ సపోర్ట్ ఇంజనీర్ ఇన్ MySQL database. Would you please suggest me how to move on to the next level?
See, first thing I want to tell him, if you are already having good amount of experience, you better see that you're coming out of the support side first of all. That is the biggest burden in your life. So that's first thing. MySQL is not a bad database, but what I say is it is not considered to be an enterprise level database. So if you really want to be part of the databases, then start making up yourself, come into the databases like Oracle or MS SQL Server, Microsoft SQL Server. And if you are already having 2-3 years of experience, now it's time you can think about coming into warehousing side, data warehousing. Work for 2-3 years in warehousing as a core developer. Don't get into administration. I'm not against administration, Karthik, but what I say is the world is going to get highly automated on administration next 10 years. So until you are not a programmer who can program for administration, you cannot survive. If you are only an administrator doing all the configurations and integration part, you don't have any career anymore. So don't try to run away from programming languages. Learn one very good programming language. So if you feel comfortable, start with Java, else you can start with Python. But don't leave programming language. It's not going to help you anymore in the near future. Because you're a database guy, I think you can definitely write very intelligent SQL queries. So you can always take a very wonderful career through reporting. Start with any reporting tool like Tableau or Power BI, and always think of doing reporting to the dashboard analytics, just not traditional reporting. Be very serious in learning reporting to BI, business intelligence, and the next generation predictive analytics. It's not going to happen in 1 or 2 days, Karthik. You should keep a timeline of minimum 6 months to 8 months or more than 10 months to do all these things effectively, and then you can find a good opportunity.
థ్యాంక్ యూ. సో నర్రి సింగరాజు రాస్తున్నారు, ఏ టీచర్ షుడ్ బి ఎ బెస్ట్ స్టూడెంట్ ఆల్వేస్, వెరీ ఇన్స్పిరేషనల్ సార్, ప్రౌడ్ టు బి యువర్ స్టూడెంట్.
Thank you.
రజీబ్ లోహాన్ బెహేరా రాస్తున్నారు, ఐ ఫీల్ ఐఎమ్ సిట్టింగ్ ఇన్ క్లాస్ రూమ్, ఈచ్ అండ్ ఎవ్రీ వర్డ్ స్టిల్ ఐ రిమెంబర్ సార్.
థ్యాంక్ యూ రజీబ్.
అలానే రామాజుల్ రెడ్డి తుపాకుల రాస్తున్నారు, హాయ్ సార్, ఐఎమ్ యువర్ స్టూడెంట్, రియల్లీ యు ఆర్ ఎ సాఫ్ట్వేర్ గురు.
Thank you. That's the title what Karthik gave. He said like, sir, I'll try to say this. So I was unable to deny that. I don't know how best I am a guru, but thanks for all that platform you all people have given me. Okay. If you never sat in front of me to listen, I don't think I could have been got a recognition as a guru today. Okay.
Because I cannot confine you to a single term. So అందుకే నేను సాఫ్ట్వేర్ గురు అని పెట్టాను పోస్టర్ లో.
That's wonderful, Karthik.
ఓకే. అలానే జయశంకర్ పాటిల్ రాస్తున్నారు, హాయ్ సార్, గుడ్ ఈవినింగ్, ఐఎమ్ యువర్ స్టూడెంట్, బికాస్ ఆఫ్ యూ ఐఎమ్ ఇన్ దిస్ పొజిషన్, యు ఆర్ లైక్ గాడ్, థ్యాంక్స్ అ లాట్ సార్.
Thank you for that position you have given me, man.
నరసింగరాజు రాస్తున్నారు, సార్, ఐఎమ్ SAP ABAP consultant. We do see MI AI integrations into SAP as well, which is next future. In this scenario, do I need to continue with the same or switching to altogether into ML, that is machine learning or artificial intelligence based technology separately?
Karthik, but Singaraj, what I want to say is being in ERPs is not bad, but there is one kind of notion that is happening in the industry that ERPs are going to be very costly for the next level implementation. Therefore, you can find every ERP is coming with business intelligence, and warehousing and all such kind of things. Even SAP is already having these all extensions. So what I can suggest him is, don't leave SAP. Within SAP, you're having much lot of data science and machine learning modules that are getting added up. So just start moving towards that side. And it's always better you find a place within the SAP itself, which tools are trying to take a lead in these areas and move into the place of predictive analytics as a platform. And even ABAP has gone for a good lot of changes, Karthik. It was having much lot of limitations long back. Now ABAP has really made a good lot of wonders of adding object orientation into it. Its interfacing mechanisms have totally changed. And these ABAP people, they are really hotcakes in the markets even today itself. But for that, you need to sharpen himself into ML. ML side learning is always good.
Okay. Sanjeev Singh Rasnaru, hi, I have one question. After pandemic, is it a good move to make career in cybersecurity?
Karthik, I'll tell this in only one single statement. The world is now definitely going to be before COVID, after COVID. That's all. So this is a time for all the IT people to invest their energy into gaining knowledge. And trust me, cybersecurity is one of the field where there will be great lot of opportunities. No doubt. But we cannot take cybersecurity in the most stereotypic way of getting into learning some networking, understanding the protocol. You should be a cybersecurity specialist by programmatical thought, because the next part of the cybersecurity will be so agile and so dynamic. You should keep yourself entering into the system in its real time, and you have to patch up the security aspect. That's the challenging part, where I've seen people learning cybersecurity like normal networking features. No, 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 don't do that mistake. You should be very, very strong in programming languages like C, and you should have very strong knowledge in networking and its standard protocol methodologies. And you should have clarity about all the 7 layers of that OSI model under which the networks really work with. The protocol and packetizing methods you have to learn definitely. And above all that, you should pick up a good language that can directly communicate and come out with the network, where one of the best language you can find in the world today is Java and another one is Python. So in these two languages, which one you prefer? I always say, like, take the toughest in your life first of all. Then you can always take the easiest one very easily. So what I say is, you want to really feel that you are a winner, then try to jump from a tallest building in the world rather than jumping from a table and say that I can jump. So learn
Wonderful.
Java.
అండ్ మన ఇంటర్వ్యూ ముగించే కన్నా ముందు ఒక చిన్న ర్యాపిడ్ ఫైర్ రౌండ్ ఆడదాం సార్. సో దాంతో మన ఇంటర్వ్యూని ముగిద్దాం. నేను మీకు ఒక పదం చెప్తాను, మీరు కూడా నాకు ఒక పదంలో ఆన్సర్ చెప్పండి. మీ ఫేవరెట్ కొటేషన్.
Be always sharing and caring.
ఫేవరెట్ సాంగ్.
From Ek Duje Ke Liye, Karthik, that Kora Kagaz Tha Mera Man, I really like it. Why? Because I even tell my students, sometimes students ask me, sir, I don't know anything, can I learn technology? I say, like, you are a white paper for women, you are the best person. I can write anything what I want in your brain and you can do it. So Kora Kagaz is always the best thing in your life, because you can write anything on it.
Okay. So your favorite singer?
Many are there, Karthik. From Hindi side, I always like Kishore Kumar and Mohammad Rafi Saab. And from Telugu, I can say like SP Garu. It's very sad we have lost him. One really a legend who never really feels that he is a legend by himself. He never speaks in that way. A down-to-earth personality, I can say.
Your favorite book? Don't tell me that you like technical books.
I really felt more inspired when I was reading Wings of Fire from Kalam. The struggle of one very normal human being, how he transformed it to really lead the nation with all the defensive systems that are needed. So what I feel is, every human being born in this earth has that power, but you need to identify it where it is in you that really can make a great difference suddenly one day.
Correct. So, what's your favorite movie?
I really see very less movies, Karthik. If you're asking me, I can sincerely say like Shankarabharanam.
What makes you cry?
Karthik, when we people are born for success, and when I find somebody who really says that I'm into a failure, I feel very bad. You never came into your life to be a failure, but you never understood what is the direction you need to be success. So find the direction first. So other
Correct.
people's problem always makes me suffer. That's where I always find my happiness when a student comes and tells me, sir, I never expected that could be in this part of in this length of my career. Then that really makes me get into tears because he didn't find a proper advice, therefore he felt he was a failure. Maybe I was just acting as one small piece of support. I was just like a ray of grass, what he has taught very properly, and I made him to move on. So that really makes me look bad. The second thing, Karthik, 70 years or more than 70 years of independence, such a big nation with the best of the best youngsters available. Nowhere this kind of young energy and power is there.
True.
Lost in not building the nation the way it should be. So work for yourself and for your nation. That's it. Not anything else. At least
Perfect.
20% of the youngsters, they can really realize this. We can make 80% of the remaining Indians to live a wonderful life.
True.
So the youngsters should not lose their life in the things that are not necessary for them.
Very
So
well
that
said.
makes me, when it's not crying, Karthik. See, at this age, I don't think I can cry, but it's something that really bothers.
True. True. So, what makes you laugh?
Any simple reason when people say like, I'm unable to do this. I feel like when somebody can do it, why you can't? See, the way you want to mold yourself, that's what your brain accepts as an instruction. That's it. So what I say is instruct your brain in a very proper way. So I don't really try to laugh at the other people's failure, but I always laugh when they feel that they are a failure. You are trying to make yourself laughable unnecessarily by accepting your failure.
True. True. Very true. థ్యాంక్ యూ సో మచ్ సార్. నాకు తెలుసు మీరు చాలా బిజీగా ఉంటారు. ఆర్ సరౌండెడ్ బై
Nothing,
సో
nothing,
మెనీ
nothing.
థింగ్స్, బట్ స్టిల్ యూ ఫౌండ్ టైమ్ ఇన్ యువర్ బిజీ షెడ్యూల్ అండ్ కమింగ్ అండ్ గ్రేసింగ్ మై షో టుడే. ఐఎమ్ రియల్లీ ప్రివిలేజ్డ్. గూస్ బంప్స్ వచ్చాయి నాకైతే మీతో మాట్లాడుతుంటే. నిజంగా మళ్ళీ మీ క్లాస్ లో కూర్చొని మీ క్లాస్ విన్నంత ఆనందంగా ఉంది నాకు. సో చాలా
Thank you, Karthik.
ధన్యవాదాలు. మీరు ఇంకా మరింత మందికి ఇలానే విద్య అభ్యసిస్తాకు వచ్చిన వాళ్ళందరికీ సాయపడుతూ వాళ్ళ కెరీర్ కి ఒక దిక్సూచిగా నిలుస్తూ ఒక మార్గదర్శిగా మరింత అభివృద్ధి చెందుతారని మనస్ఫూర్తిగా కోరుకుంటూ సెలవు తీసుకుంటున్నాను.
Thank you, Karthik.
థ్యాంక్ యూ సో
Thank you for
మచ్.
giving this platform. And thank you for all those audience who have really made their patience to listen to me. Okay. Because I always say one thing, Karthik. Uh, Speaking is always much easy. Listening is the biggest punishment. So I thank you all people for taking that punishment from my side. Okay. Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot.
సో అది ఫ్రెండ్స్ ఈ వారం కార్తిక్ తో కబుర్లు. వచ్చే వారం మరో సెలబ్రిటీతో మళ్ళీ కలుద్దాం. అంతవరకు సెలవు. స్టే హోమ్, స్టే సేఫ్.